Hi everyone, good morning. Well, I know you've met Pope Joan, so I thought we'd introduce you to Dempsey this morning. Well, today I'm going to tell you a little story about a fish that I loved. A fish, you say? Now what does a fish have to do with Abraham? Abraham doesn't have any fish. Well, that's true, but let me explain.
You see, Abraham had something he loved. In fact, someone he loved very much. Her name was Sarah. They were married, and they had been through a lot together. They had had great adventures traveling together, and they had a beautiful family together. Sarah and Abraham spent many years together. Sarah was 127 years old. One day, Sarah's body became so tired that it stopped working, and she died. Abraham was sad and missed her very much. To thank God for Sarah's life, Abraham bought a piece of land just for her, where she could be buried and where he and their family could come to remember her. Our family just lost someone that we loved. His name was Iceball Eugenie Walt, a big name for a little fish. He arrived in our house on Christmas morning, straight from the North Pole. Santa had flown through the night in his sleigh to deliver a beautiful blue betta fish to our house. Betta fish are very colorful and graceful with their long fins. Only Santa could have brought our friend safely through the cold night sky without spilling a drop of his tank water. We loved him from the very start. Feeding him was very exciting. He'd scurry up to the top of the tank when we took the cover off. When we would run our finger along the side of the tank, he would follow it. We even used to put our finger inside the water and pet him. We cleaned his tank and gave him fresh water. When our friends came over to our house and we showed them Iceball, they would smile. Watching Iceball Eugenie Walt swim was very peaceful. He was a calm little dude. Then one day, we noticed he wasn't following our finger on the side of the tank, and he wasn't swimming very fast. He wasn't coming to the top of the tank for his food. A few days later, he stopped swimming altogether. He died. We were all very sad. Mr. Walt lifted him out of the tank, and we said a prayer for him to thank God for the joy he brought into our family.
It's normal to be sad when a pet or a person we love dies. Even Abraham, who was strong and faithful and all grown up, he cries when Sarah dies. And he finds a special place where she can be buried and remembered. Have you ever lost someone close to you? How did you remember them? What was your prayer to God when they died? Let's join together, our hearts and our minds across the miles and the distance between us, in praying the prayer that Jesus taught us to pray, saying, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.